too far, need to zoom in. Ain't got no facts, you assuming. About to call them blue, the way you be cluing. Stay awake, not woke, I'm tuned in. Your point of view too far, need to zoom in. Ain't got no facts, you assuming. About to call them blue, the way you be cluing. Have we had enough of your lies for one night? Have we felt enough of our pain to know it's real? How do you feel? Sick and tired of the lies, all I'm feeling is the pain. It's the devil in disguise while I'm standing in the rain. Water pouring from the sky, but you tell me the opposite. Like I don't have a consciousness, like I'm stuck in the matrix and my brain's up for the taking. But we don't do that, I know my facts. They say that he was elected, but where the stats at? They say that jab the only way to get your life back. But if you have a heart attack, then they will go to hide that. Look at the FDA, acting like KKK, trying to run all our lives like we they brand new slaves. Lose the job, bent from plain segregation, all the same. They call themselves progressives, but they taking us all back again. Bring the world to darkness and sacrifice the children. Then when it's said and done, then you will never live with hope again. I say that we break the chains, we can't leave the world the same. Make love real again. As we fly above the truth, I ask of God, am I with you? I walk the path, go to the line, but still I feel
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages from all across the world. The warm light is shining in through my window over there, casting a very unusual image onto the camera screen. Today, light shines upon us all as Roe v. Wade has been overturned, and it is now significantly easier for states within the union to outlaw abortion. Today is one of the most momentous days since I've been in politics. I got started in politics in 2018, and I'd go so far as to say this is deeper than politics. It's one of the very few days where something that I've been advocating for, and many others have been advocating for much longer than I've been alive, has culminated in something so powerful. And I'm thinking about it now, and it's getting me a little choked up. So I'm gonna try my best to be as to the nose and on the facts with you guys as possible. But thank you. Thank you to everybody, all the viewers on the stream who are much older than I am, have been in this movement much longer than I have been advocating so much longer for saving lives. Lives that look like me, lives that look like you, lives that had so much potential, lives that could have done anything and everything and didn't, may now just get that. Depends on the state, depends on all that. We're going to jump into all that on the show, but first things first, I want to say thank you to you guys. Honestly. Now, as far as I know, there was never any thoughts of aborting me or anything like that. I'm sure I was a planned child, but I know that there are plenty of children within my generation that they didn't have that same luxury of parents that went through and planned all that. Sometimes it just happened, and sometimes the mother and father would make the decision, mother or father would make the decision and end that life. And I think that's the most depressing and sad thing. One, that has to happen. Two, like, one, that people ever get in that situation, and two, that is a thing you can do in this country, when for all of history, we haven't had sacrifices, because that's literally what it is. An abortion is a sacrifice you make to improve your life, but it is a human sacrifice. I don't think anybody ever really looks at it like that, but it is literally a human sacrifice for your own selfish religious purposes, and your religion is to yourself. You serve yourself. I don't want to get too far into it, but anyways, it's sad that had to happen. There's so much going on today, so let's just jump into it. First things first, a few things trending on Twitter right now. We'll check that out. Actually, I gotta say hi to the folks in the chat. Y'all are amazing. And Angel says, thank you, Yeshua. You love your babies. Don Troja says, big W's. Thorald says, it's wonderful to see a young man advocating like you do. Most young people aren't that interested. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people interested after this. Unfortunately, on both sides, not just on the, yeah, let's defend life side, but also on the, are you serious? You think you can stop me from killing my baby side? Which is just, anyways. SCOTUS corrupt is trending right now. Because obviously it is. Also, something that happened just a second ago, and they already deleted it, but Zaxby's posted a thing saying there's only a few joys in life more than dipping a hot fry a fry in hot sauce, and it's watching your kids grow up. And I quote tweeted this as like, Zaxby's, what are you doing? They already deleted it, which is a really funny thing. Yeah, they deleted it really fast. I guess I don't have any evidence of it, but that was a thing they posted like a second ago, and I guess they've changed their minds. Sorry, Zaxby's brand team. I didn't mean to put you in hot water there. I guess I was like one of the first people to comment on it. I quote tweeted it, and now it's already gone. It's zapped, so I guess they saw me. Or either that or like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't post this today. As you can see, abolish the Supreme Court is trending right now. So let's go through some of this list I have. So hashtag SCOTUS is corrupt is trending. Dean Obadiah, who sounds, Obadala? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think that those are L's, but anyways, sounds like a supervillain name says. The GOP Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade is about one thing, imposing Christian nationalism, period. Well, if it was about that, I don't think we'd be in such a bad situation in our country. But either way, it's not. And unfortunately for this person, the Supreme Court is about one thing, the Constitution. Both the liberal justices and the conservative justices at least agree on this, even if they have varying degrees of success to abiding by the Constitution. For the last few decisions they've made, including this one and the gun rights one, they have been very on the nose with that Constitution. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, they've hit that life. And also the Second Amendment, right to keep and bear arms, not infringed. They are getting us closer back to it. I'm not saying we're actually there yet, and we probably won't ever get there, but we are getting much, much closer to it. But that's one person. Dobbs is out, and Roe v. Wade has been overturned. An absolute catastrophe our country, says Alejandra Caraballo, with the Puerto Rican flag and the trans flag. Wise Latina. Person Alejandra. I don't know how many babies you would personally get to abort from yourself, but I'm sure those that would have to go through such a thing don't know it yet, but they are very happy. And of course, here's a screenshot of the decision, which we'll be jumping into in a minute because that has some big things into it separate from the Roe v. Wade thing. It goes deep. The Dobbs majority includes 2 predators, 2 justices in stolen seats, 4 justices appointed by presidents who lost the popular vote. Roe v. Wade has been overturned by an illegitimate court. Okay, so the 2 predators, I think he's talking about Kavanaugh and Thomas, okay? And the 2 justices in stolen seats, I guess one of those is supposed to be Barrett. I don't even know what the other one is. Are you talking about Gorsuch? Is that supposed to be Neil Gorsuch? And then 4 justices appointed by presidents who lost the popular vote. Okay, dude. Okay. Chill Peace America, where your right to own a weapon of war is more valued than your right to control your own body. We've heard all these sad and tired arguments constantly over and over again. Everybody's saying, my body, my choice. There's some sort of Roe v. Wade protest going on. Let's keep going a little bit because one of those justices who was purportedly a predator, well... he's celebrating. This is, of course, a doctored image here, or doctored video, I should say, but this comes under Jack Posobiec posting, the Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade, which now has nearly 30,000 likes in less than an hour, just about an hour. At 56 minutes ago, this was posted. This decision dropped, actually, during the stream, is going to come down to an hour. It was at 10:10 a.m., and it is now 11:08 a.m. I took like an hour to get some stuff together, post all my stuff on Twitter, and yeah, it's big. In fact, I'll show you guys some of the stuff I've been posting on Twitter since this dropped. As you guys can see, we've been going ham. We've been going ham on the feed. We dropped a few things right after it happened. Roe v. Wade overturned. Live saved. I posted, save the baby. Where did it go? Where did my tweet go? I had one that said, save the baby, save the baby, save the... Okay, there it is. Save the baby, save the baby, save the kids. This one's doing very well. In celebration and in honorance of the Bryson song, which we'll now play now as I read some more of my tweets. But that's not the only thing. There's plenty of songs within this culture about abortion, and we're going to check all those out. But I'll play this one for y'all in the background. Today is a special episode of the Chandler Show. The Crump Live. Do it. This is good. Some good stuff. Save the babies, I posted. Yeah. Sorry, that's not the song I'm trying to play right now. Let's turn it up a little for y'all. Have the baby, let it grow, just let it live. Save the baby, save the baby, save the kids. Have the baby, let it grow and let it live. Not your life, not your body. I'ma keep real cause my word is all I got. Why that baby gotta suffer cause you was out here being a thot. How you out here living your life and don't want the same thing for your seed. How you go and take that life then be back out here on your knees. What if your mama aborted you? How that statement make you feel? You tell me I'm being mean, I just think I'm being real. If you say you don't wanna get pregnant, don't be out here busting it open. And if you gon' bust it open, then use a lifestyle of Trojan.
Save the baby, save the baby, save the kids.
Save the kids.
Have the baby, let it grow, just let it live.
Let it live.
Save the baby, save the baby, save the kids.
Save the kids.
Have the baby, let it grow and let it live.
There you go. Moon Shadow says, I came to celebrate with my friends. Australia Day every day says, hey y'all. Australia, isn't it really late over there? Isn't it like 1 a.m.? Janet Skinner the curse has been removed? I think so. I really think so. Andrew, the textbook says, hey. Throttle says, oh yeah, I already read that one. He says, ha ha ha, love it. Yeah, this is great stuff. There is so much to this culture. I've made a few songs myself, which we'll check out later, but I actually posted this tweet earlier as well, what I want to highlight. I went to the March for Life for the very first time this January, which I did. I'm so happy that the next time we go, it'll be in memory of Roe, not in resistance. I mean, I guess I didn't put the in there, but you guys understand. This is a very passionate moment we're going through this morning, and man, yeah, Moon Shadow says, keep it real and keep the babies alive. This is so true. This is so true. I promise you guys, we would do a special show if this was overturned, and now it is. And now people are getting really, really, really upset as Night of Rage is now trending on Twitter. Dane's Revenge latest communique on the Night of Rage. They're talking about what they're going to be doing. The Department of Homeland Security is communicating with Catholic churches and pregnancy centers, telling them to be prepared for a night of rage by pro-abortion groups pledging extreme violence the night of the Dobbs decision. The Dobbs decision, I like that. Hi, libs. Mad that you can't kill babies anymore? Don't have a night of rage. Have a night of slumber with MyPillow code CRUMP on MyPillow.com. Since the Dobbs v. Jackson draft was leaked, pro-abortion activists have vandalized 16 churches, at least 16 pro-life pregnancy centers, firebombed 4 pro-life pregnancy centers and offices, and attempted to assassinate a Supreme Court justice. Where is the outrage? Well, I don't think we get outrage. I really don't. Australia Day says it's 11 p.m. time in Perth. All right, well, I guess it's not that bad then. Bring on your night of rage, demons. You don't scare anyone, says Matt Walsh. I think that one's expressly true. And last but not least, the words God wins was trending here on Twitter. And here's actually some video of people celebrating in front of the Supreme Court. Okay, I think I've met some of these ladies actually, which is funny. At the March for Life in January, I met an organization called PAAU, which is Progressive Anti-Abortion Union or something like that. That might not be 100% right, but it's progressives, leftists, liberals that are actually against abortion. And I think I've at least met this one. I recognize these ladies. They are I have the utmost respect for them. Like, they're liberals. We disagree on pretty much everything, but they are pro-life. They think abortion is murder, and they are against it. And as you can see, they're very, very active out there in the streets. I stand right with them. Isn't that the most impressive thing? Dismember Roe, that sign says. Isn't that the most amazing thing, honestly? Progressives against abortion. Is that what PAAU stands for? I'm not gonna go to their website or anything, but I think that's a really great thing. People just saying God wins. The Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. Don't tell us about freedom when this is a direct assault on women's rights, apparently. The version of God you believe in must be extremely cruel, says these people who literally are advocating for babies to be cut up and vacuumed out of women. Doesn't that make a whole lot of sense? These people are sick. These people are sick. I'm getting word of something here. I also received word that there were sirens heard outside of the Supreme Court, which we're checking out in a second. I can't see that. Yep, okay. And another thing, Missouri becomes the first state to ban abortion after SCOTUS ruling. There's a few states that actually have laws that will be triggered immediately after what just happens. So we're going to get to that in a minute. I actually wanted to check through Drew Hernandez's feed and see the other side, actually, of pro-abortion protesters who are bursting into tears. I feel like they don't quite understand the irony of using the phrase illegitimate in response to this because, you know, illegitimate children that, of course, you guys would love to kill do have a right to life. Those illegitimate children have the right to life. Go ahead, keep saying it.
Give healthcare to women! Illegitimate! Illegitimate!
I don't know if you're gonna want to do that, DDFA. He says, I drink their tears. If they're crying anything, it is either very unholy water or lard, because some of these women are very big. I don't know about this one. I don't even know. What is up with this person? She's got cat ears and like some choker on and like the most insane like eye makeup I've ever seen. And then the eyelashes. The eyelashes protrude further out than her nose does. That's not natural. That ain't right. This is the face of a very insecure person in their life. Very insecure. You doing all that eye makeup off to the side. And I know sometimes, you know, it makes you look all flashy, but right now it just makes you look sad. Yeah, so we can hear what these people say. Take action, not lives. I don't know what that pin says. These people are out here. These people are out here on the streets. Here's another. What are you doing? What are you spitting? And look at what her sign says, actually. I will aid and abet abortion. That sounds like an admission to me. In some states, that might be illegal. I wonder what this person's home state is. I mean, probably. She probably lives in D.C. and not even in a state, but maybe. What? All right, folks. I'm giving it to you. The pro-life group outside the Supreme Court claims Capitol Police have told them to take down their PA system, while the pro-abortion protesters have their speakers up right next to them. Wow. Yeah, so make abortion unthinkable. What group is this? I might recognize them. I know this. I've seen that shirt before. I don't think I see any signs, but these are people right in front of the Supreme Court. And actually, if we go live to footage right now, from Right Side Broadcasting Network, they're actually in the streets in front of the Supreme Court.
Members of Congress.
There you go. So there's people walking past the Supreme Court building right now. I'm seeing bubbles in the air.
Okay, it looks like a lot of the pro-choice side has walked over behind their area, and I can only expect perhaps we might get some pro-life representatives or pro-life from Congress to come over here. So this would not be a bad place to sit right now and post up as things start to develop, I would imagine. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Hey, are you Brian Glenn?
Yes.
All right, so it looks like there's a lot of people gathering in front of the Supreme Court building right now. I'm seeing anti-abortion. I'm the post-Roe generation. A lot of signs that I recognize. So it seems like they've called in the cavalry now. Oh, what?
Over there. So we're just going to stay.
You know what they really should be playing right now? You guys know what they really should be playing right now? My song releasing next Friday called Not Your Choice. It's very good. You guys should hear it.
My mom saved my life.
It's my thoughts.
My dad wanted to abort me. There would have been no Kanye West.
We finished the job, folks. Hashtag not your choice.
Okay, not your life, not your body, not your choice. Ay, ay, not your life, not your body, not your choice. Ay, ay, that's a baby, that's a child, that's a voice. Ay, ay, not your choice, not your choice, not your choice. Okay, I am not your choice. I promise you that if you wanna end me, you're gonna have to pull up with a strap. I know you got that envy, nor them thinks that you can have a baby, then just end it quickly. But I know that baby got a soul. Do you got one though?
That's the question I'm asking to every single person who is out there talking about you're restricting a woman's right and all this and that. Do you have a soul? So if you want to hear this song as well as many other songs releasing on my new album, make sure you keep an eye out on all my social media and check out my new album Year of the Rebel releasing next Friday on July 1st. I'm very excited for you guys to hear everything I've been working on for the last few months, including that song, which could not release at a better time. In fact, I almost released it today, but I was like, no, it's about time we get all the energy together. This Friday, July 1st, the month of independence, just a few days before July 4th, we declare that it is indeed the Year of the Rebel, and that it is not your life, it is not your body, and it is definitely not your choice. Australia Day Every Day says, love it, Chandler. David Lopez says, life wins, God be praised. Hip Hop Thinker says he means pro-baby death, not pro-choice. Moonshada says, there's the Insanity crew, lol. I want to give a shout out to my folks watching over on Getter and Rumble, of course, as well. I'm not neglecting y'all, I promise. In fact, let me refresh if I can see some of your comments here. Mad Mom is tearing it down over on Getter. She says, love it. That's right. I was adopted, turning 60 next month. I thank God and both of my mothers. Hashtag Jesus is king. So true. So very true. And, you know, of course, it's a great thing. It's a great thing no matter what. As long as somebody gets to live, I think it's important. Of course, Jack Posobiec posted on Twitter, sirens just started going off like crazy around SCOTUS. He's actually on the streets in D.C. I believe he still lives there. So, oh, he's going live with somebody. But he is actually around there, and so he could hear what's going on. People doing stuff on bridges. What is this? What the heck is this? So I don't know where this bridge is. I think is this land looks flat. I don't know. Somebody standing on a bridge. Hold on. Does this have anything to do with the Roe v. Wade? Did somebody scale? What is that bridge? New Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge. Where is that? Okay, so in DC. Oh my gosh, no. And what is that? What does that flag say? Oh wow, people are crazy, man. I don't know. I can't certify whether that's actually like a pro-abortion person or not, but. Jack also said Trump just delivered the biggest victory for conservatives in a generation. Yeah. In a generation, literally like this is for the next generation that is being born right now. I don't know. Everyone look at, yeah, of course. Also, Jack Posobiec set his profile picture to this because all the liberals are like, we're literally living in The Handmaid's Tale, and I haven't actually watched The Handmaid's Tale. I'm not dedicating my time to any mess like that. But if I'm correct, it's like some sort of show where they force women to have babies for something. Somebody in the comments correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody knows it better than I do. And so he's made his profile picture this as just a giant mock because you really should not be considering and comparing life to A Handmaid's Tale, to some sort of television show, which is just not at all respective of what our actual situation is. Not whatsoever. But that's why Jack Posobiec is making a hilarious deal out of it. Some liberal actually is like, look at this sick sob. Hates women because they could never love him. Jack Posobiec equals misogynistic sob. I don't know if she meant to say slob or whatever, but obviously, this dude is married with children. Stop projecting. You haven't seen his wife clearly. She's more woman than you'll ever be. Dang. And this is from Nicole Escobar, who, I mean, it isn't right that 5 of our largest corporations paid 0 in federal income taxes, and she, her, Black Lives Matter. Come on, you guys know the deal. Somebody's gonna know it. Oh, DDFA says it said by AMC. Okay, maybe it has nothing to do with abortion then. It's just a crazy day overall. It really is. There's still a lot of people walking around the Supreme Court building right now. Some of them look like dressed up very well, so some of them might be representatives. Maybe I heard them saying something about that.
That they have very the opposite of a celebration right now.
Yeah, so a lot of pictures being taken and people walking around, and then when they turn the camera on, you're gonna see a lot of people gathered in front of the Supreme Court building right now, celebrating. So shout out to RSBN for that. Make sure you guys, of course, check out the song. In fact, I might play it again, or I might play something else for y'all to really represent how big this is. But I wanted to jump into another quick thing here, and it is about states that are set to ban or severely limit abortion access now that Roe v. Wade is overturned. I have one last song I want to play for you guys as we read this article, and it is my song "Into the Light" that I released back in September of last year, hoping that we as a people could come together and outlaw abortion, outlaw Roe v. Wade, and it has finally happened. So if you guys listen closely, I'm gonna play it very quietly, but here is Into the Light. And I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
God did have a plan. It's a procedure that injects a toxic salt solution into the amniotic fluid surrounding a preborn child. Baby Melissa was soon adopted into a loving home.
So these are the states that currently have abortion bans, that already have bans of abortion after 6 weeks, or states that have a trigger law. So Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, South Carolina, plenty of states, if this article actually goes any further. The overturning of landmark Roe v. Wade ruling by the Supreme Court is set to almost immediately remake how access to abortion looks in America, with nearly half of the states on track to outright ban or severely limit the procedure. 22 states had laws or constitutional amendments that were already in place, which could be quickly used to try to ban abortion as a result of the decision. So, Here is all the madness happening right now. People saying vote in November, hashtag Roe v. Wade, and another piece of the puzzle which we'll be jumping into in a minute, which is other decisions, which is big stuff right here. Raphael Warren, come on, bro. This is every time I see this guy, it really disgusts me. I'm outraged by the Supreme Court's decision. As a pro-choice pastor, I'll never back down from this fight. Literally an oxymoron. A pro-choice pastor. Women must be able to make their own healthcare decisions, not politicians. Here, I got one for you.
Stop the cap.
I don't know what to tell y'all. I really don't. I think this is a good map right here.
And the devil gets to dance with a couple new rings. Coming for the kids, they'll sing unless the children never born. Lyrics and fibula torn, kicking and screaming their soul. Taking lives is getting bold, dead before the story told. The Father ever meet his Son? Will we find? Will the child ever feel the sun? Will we be blind? Will the mother ever see the light? What will we find? Will the daughter ever feel his light? Will we be blind? Into the light.
It's a beautiful day today, folks.
Into the light we go.
It's a beautiful day.
Into the light we go.
So states with trigger laws require that the Attorney General, Governor, or other members of the legislature certify that the court's opinion indeed overturns Roe v. Wade, and that could take up to 30 days. So here are states where it is legal for now, potentially illegal, soon to be illegal, and already is. So it's banned after 6 weeks, but not all the way. It might get there all the way soon. Beautiful. So that story I read to you guys about Missouri just moments ago actually comes, as this article so confirms it, and then also the tweet from the guy confirms it. The Attorney General of Missouri has now signed into law the ban against abortion in Missouri. So let me see if I can find that. Eric Schmidt. If I can find that for you guys here. There it is. So there's his account. Let's just see it as the good news starts to roll on. And if you are a proud citizen of the state of Missouri, abortion is no longer a cancer upon your society. Following the SCOTUS ruling overturning Roe v. Wade, Missouri has just become the first in the country to effectively end abortion, with our Attorney General opinion signed moments ago. This is a monumental day for the sanctity of life. And he actually goes on to speak as well. Let's hear him.
The United States Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade. Individual states will now decide how each will address the abortion issue. Millions of innocent lives will be protected moving forward. However, today is also a somber day. We remember the more than 60 million innocent lives lost in the wake of Roe v. Wade. We honor the 2,362 hearts that stopped beating every day for nearly 50 years. Here in Missouri, the people's voice has already made clear that Missourians respect the sanctity of human life. We believe that without the explicit protection of the right to life, all liberties are under attack, which is why the importance of this day cannot be overstated. I am humbled to be a part of this and the first Attorney General in the country to effectively end abortion. As a long champion for the rights of the unborn and Missouri families, I pledge to continue to fight for our most fundamental right, the right to life. Thank you, and may God bless you and the entire state of Missouri.
Now that is a good Attorney General right there. He's really brought it back home to me for a minute there, because there's just been so many people lost to abortion. And I'm thinking back to the roots of it as well, in which it was a scheme for eugenics. And the proud lady Margaret Sanger behind it, describing the black community as weeds upon society, found her way to whack those weeds from her great yard. Well, now it's time that the weed whacker gets the batteries taken out, and will soon be sent to all 50 states to be torn to shreds. It is now time for us to, as a sign so eloquently said a few minutes ago, dismember Roe v. Wade. It's time. It's time we dismember Planned Parenthood. And I don't mean to be so callous about it in my words, so curt, or tort, I think this is the phrase I'm thinking of. But what I do want to do is show you guys how powerful this needs to be, how hard we need to fight, so that each and every state defends the unborn. Even states where they think, oh, it'll never happen here, like California or New York. No, we need to fight there too, because now we don't have a federal overarching resistance against it. Now we have a way to get there. So we've got new goals. California, New York, Florida, Alaska, Hawaii. I don't care what state it is. We need to get there, and we need to save the children, because we have lost too many already. Whether you want to make it, try to be as heartless as possible, make it about the stats of our country's decline, and we're importing new citizens, or whether you're feeling more emotional about it, like those are lives. They could have cured cancer. They could have done anything to benefit society. They could have made their fathers and mothers proud, even if at the moment their fathers and mothers couldn't be less proud of them. 20 years from now, that mother will miss that child. 20 years from now, that mother could have been proud of that child. So it is time we stand for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We can do it right now. And it all starts as we get out there. New York abortions are legal up until 24 weeks. California abortions are legal until viability, whatever that is. Some states advocate for it even after birth, believe it or not. We've been talking about this for so long. In 2019, I didn't think it could get any worse than it did when Ralph Northam, on that radio interview, said, "We'll keep the baby comfortable until a decision can be made. Even after it is born, separated from the mother, takes its first breath, umbilical cord cut, all that goodness, even after that, they could still decide to terminate the pregnancy." Do you not see how disgusting and evil this is? To the people out in the streets in front of the Supreme Court that are like, no, this is so bad, as they have spider leg eyelashes and whatever this is, and they're wearing just the skimpiest of outfits. No, I don't think they do see how bad it is, because they don't care about life. They barely even care about their own. Wouldn't be surprised if they commit things to themselves just because of how depressed and sad they are, depraved. So now it is time that we do something. Even though the words are trending on Twitter probably in opposition to everything I'm saying, it is time to get out there. Break the government accountability pipeline before saying someone should do something. This is something. Mitch McConnell is trending for what he did back in the day, which is good. Mitch McConnell had a larger role than anybody in building the Supreme Court. Celebrates the end of Roe v. Wade's Roe. The Supreme Court's landmark ruling in Dobbs is courageous and correct. This is a historic victory for the Constitution and for the most vulnerable in our society. Valuable is applicable too. And of course, Barack Obama jumps in as well. Today, let me do an Obama impression. Today, the Supreme Court not only reversed nearly 50 years of precedent, it relegated the most intensely personal decision someone can make to the whims of politicians and ideologues, attacking the essential freedoms of millions of Americans. Across the country, states have already passed bills restricting choice. If you're looking for ways to respond, PPFA, US of Women, and many other groups have been sounding the alarm on this issue for years and will continue to be on the front lines of this fight. For more than a month, we've known this day was coming, but that doesn't make it any less devastating. Here are my thoughts from when we first saw the draft ruling. Obama out. I don't, but it's probably not a great Obama impression, but it's not nearly as great as my Joe Biden impression, who I'm sure should be tweeting any minute now. Let's check. Joe Biden, anything from Joe? Nothing yet. Nothing from Karine Jean-Pierre either. Let's check. Signaling in caps lock, who is the press secretary. Nothing from her yet, right? Yeah. 4 hours ago talking about gas prices. Nothing from Jill Biden. See here yet? 13 hours ago. Nothing from, let's see, Hillary Clinton. I think she did post something. Yeah, so, oh gosh. Yeah, I'm not reading that, but there's stuff from Hillary Clinton at least, but she's not an elected official right now. She's nothing. I went through Joe, but anybody got any other ideas? Oh, bummer is I love oh, bummer. That's a good one. Buttigieg. He can't get pregnant, but let's see. Has he said any booty butt? No, he hasn't posted anything. He said happy birthday to Chasten and his 2 boys. Oh, great. Just great. IUDs is trending because there was some talk about contraception and things of that nature, which is a separate issue. We don't need to get so far into that, but that was mentioned. Yeah, the Biden administration is radio silent right now. Are they preparing some sort of major countersuit or something? Oh, this is big. Hashtag expand the court is trending. They effing did it. The Christ so fascists on the Supreme Court have revoked a right. Is this the first time that the court has removed a right from the American people? Well, as Joe Biden so eloquently said in reference to the Second Amendment, and although it's pretty stupid to even say it about this, no amendment is absolute. Because if you're going to throw it at us about the Second Amendment, then we should throw it right back at you about this, even though this isn't a constitutional right. This should never have been a constitutional right. The court acknowledges this. Justice Thomas acknowledges this. We all know this. But whatever. All SCOTUS members said during their confirmation hearings under oath that Roe was settled law. Those justices which lied to Congress under oath must be impeached and removed from the court, or Biden needs to expand the court to 15, appointing 6 new ones. Do something. It's just a vie for power. Hip Hop Thinker says, check Trump on Truth. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm excited to see what Trump has posted on Truth Social. Pro-choice quietly leaving Supreme Court protests in Washington, D.C. after the overturning of Roe v. Wade. I gotta see this. Let's turn it down.
Okay, we have a pro-choice group here. I just saw Maxine Waters walk by.
Oh, okay.
So many people walking by right now. Let's just listen in.
That's interesting. Maxine Waters walked by. All right, let's check out Trump on Truth. Let's see what he's posted. Nothing. Yeah, it was 13 hours ago. Yeah, he hasn't posted anything yet. This is bad. Many states will take advantage of the window that just opened against medical privacy. That's what A says. Really? Are you talking about something else? Oh, are you talking about the Xavier Becerra thing? The other decision that was released today? I haven't read too much into it, but I did. It was 10 minutes between that one and then the Roe v. Wade thing, so I haven't had much of the chance to check that out. I'll keep an eye on Trump on Truth Social to see if he's posted anything. Moonshadow says check AOC. Good one. Good one. Let's check AOC. Let's see what she's posted. Yeah, I'm really excited. What has she posted? Let me see if I can do a good AOC impression. Overturning Roe and outlawing abortions will never make them go away. It only makes them more dangerous, especially for the poor and marginalized. People will die because of this decision, and we will never stop until abortion rights are restored in the United States of America. Of course, I'm sure Abuelita is very happy because she comes from an era in which that was not a thing. As you guys know, AOC's Abuelita is a very neglected and marginalized woman. Oh gosh, now's the time to stick together some thoughts from last night's Q&A. Yada yada yada. Did I just see the words BIPOC somewhere? I better not have. Are we screwed? Okay. Yeah, so AOC, keep sending my... Let's type Bernie Sanders. I want to see how each and every one of these people is seething. He hasn't posted anything today. Oh, is this his professional account? Oh, that's his senator account. Let's check his personal. Bernie Sanders. The struggle continues. He hasn't posted anything in 20 hours. Guys, keep sending it my way. Let's check who I can get. Anita Jones says, that was a great Obama imitation. I'm sorry, I love the phrase "Obama." It is like one of the funniest things. I've heard a few names for Obama, but Obama is really hilarious. Australia Day just says, ha ha ha. Maxine was on all 4. Let's check Maxine. Let's see if she's posted anything. Maxine Waters. I think this is her official representative account. What? Why is she posting about GameStop and meme stocks? Okay, let's check her personal account. I don't understand why a woman as old as her will have one, but yeah. Okay, yeah, she hasn't posted since February, so yeah, nothing from Maxine Waters yet. Keep sending me ideas. My Obama was better. Was my Obama that good? Y'all are saying my Obama was better. I think my AOC is actually pretty dang good. I'm really waiting for Obama to tweet something, or not Obama. I'm really waiting for Biden to post something or go out and speak so I can give it to you guys. I really want to hear that. Daily Wire says multiple states ban abortion after SCOTUS ruling. Are more getting in there? First, 13 states with trigger bans designed to take effect as soon as Roe is overturned will ban abortion within 30 days. Several other states with recent anti-abortion legislation have been blocked by the courts are expected to act next, with lawmakers moving to activate their dormant legislation. States with trigger bans include, you guys ready? Hold on, I gotta have a round of applause. Idaho, Utah, I'll just do yup. Wyoming,
Yep,
North Dakota,
yep,
South Dakota,
yep,
Texas,
yep,
Missouri,
yep, yep,
double yup for that one, it's already happened. Oklahoma,
yep,
Arkansas,
yep,
Louisiana,
yep,
Mississippi,
yep,
Tennessee,
yep,
and Kentucky.
yep.
Woohoo! Come on, guys. That is great. That is really, really great. Susanna Donovan says, what did Susanna say? Abortion was never a right and was always punished punished against the law before 1973. Punishment by jail time. Too bad for these people who can't control themselves will have to become I don't know what you said after that. I think it cut off. Oh, no, responsible citizens. I don't know why Streamlabs cuts that off. But yes, big stuff coming right now. I'm really excited. My home state, yes. Tistopia says, yes, my home state banned, yes. I'm sorry if the state you're currently living in doesn't do it, but that is really great right there. Can you guys see the warm light shining in? This is not what my stream usually looks like. It's very cold, calculated, but it's like today, this great Friday, a warm light has washed over the world, washed over my home here in Georgia, and it's just shining beautiful light. It's sad to see that Georgia isn't on this list with trigger bans, but I think it's because we already have such aggressive bans here in Georgia. They could go further though. I think we have a heartbeat bill here in Georgia. That was basically a don't say gay before don't say gay happened. But it was like a major thing that happened here in Georgia, like in 2019 or so, when we started pushing that through, and everybody was like going crazy about it, like, oh yeah, Brian Kemp and all that, which is I guess probably a good reason why he got reelected in the primary. Sirens are going off around the SCOTUS building. I'm getting another tweet about that. Let's check in.
Throughout the day as these events unfold. Okay. Over to you, Brian.
Yeah, let's see what's going on.
Guys, we're back here live in front of the Supreme Court. I'm joined by Congressman Tim Burchett from the great state of Tennessee.
Nice.
Your thoughts on what has played out here
Let's hear it.
Earlier today?
I'm incredibly excited. God has blessed this nation. You know, it talks about in the Bible where two or more are gathered. Obviously, there's more than two or more today. And so I think the Lord will continue to bless this nation because of this decision. I can't imagine the number of lives that have been saved because of this. But as I've stated, this is not a peak. This is a plateau. We have to build on this because it still exists in several states. In Tennessee, there are trigger laws that are going to effect immediately.
Yeah, I think we had just heard that South Dakota was another state that had trigger laws. Okay, let's talk about the intimidation that a lot of these Supreme Court justices went through from not only the media, people in front of their houses demonstrating. Did you have any doubt that maybe that might sway their decision and what they did today?
I didn't, because the conservative justices are principled people, and they
so true. They are very principled people. So I keep seeing tweets about sirens going off around the SCOTUS building, but I haven't seen anything yet. But what we do see is Nancy Pelosi seething and coping about Roe v. Wade. Let's check this out. Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell for Dobbs decision cue the leftist meltdowns.
Today, the Republican-controlled Supreme Court has achieved their dark...
That's an oxymoron, by the way, the Republican-controlled Supreme Court, unless they're attributing it to like, well, this is who the Republican president's nominated, but you're not supposed to be partisan on a Supreme Court. And as we've seen in some decisions, they haven't been all Trumpy. In fact, they disagreed with Trump on quite a few things that I personally didn't like that they would do. But there's also been a few great things that they've done as well, like the gun control thing the other day, and what just happened today.
Extreme goal of ripping away a woman's right to make.
Poor choice of words. Ripping away women's right. Ripping away. Do you not know what you've been doing for the past, what has it been, 50 or so years?
Their own reproductive health decisions. Because of Donald Trump, Mitch McConnell, and the Republican Party, their supermajority in the Supreme Court, American women today have less freedom than their mothers. With Roe and their attempt to destroy it, radical Republicans are charging ahead with their crusade to criminalize health freedom.
Charging ahead with their crusade. It's like these people don't know what they're actually doing. The poor, because every time they say something, I'm like, well, you can't say that because you're the one crusading unborn children. Charging ahead. You're the one charging ahead to crusade on. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's tuned in with the show. This is our special episode, so we're just going long, keeping an eye on things as they develop live, because this is the most pivotal time right now. So if you guys are enjoying the show, if you guys like what we're doing, then if you're interested in supporting our show and all that good stuff, check out the link in the description below to support our content. Anita, by the way, I see you in the chat. You were asking if you could buy my CD. I gave you an email to reach out to yesterday, so if you hit me at that email, we'll very gladly send you a CD, and we'll give you the instructions on how to purchase it. But also, to everybody who wants to support the show, all the options are, of course, available in the description, but also down there in the chat. They're looking at your medical records. Okay. But if you want to support the show, all that good stuff, you go to donorbox.org/support-Chandler to support the show. Of course, all that good stuff will, of course, go towards increasing my ability to post this content for you, bring it to you guys here. Of course, we do our live shows every week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8, as well as Mondays and Wednesdays at 4. However, for the next week or so, I'll actually be out of town, so there will not be any shows until July 7th is when we come back. So yesterday was going to be the last show, but today will actually be the last show until then. So get all your licks in now because we'll be gone for almost 2 weeks. So if you want to support the show, you want to ask me anything, any questions or anything of that nature, all that is available for you to do right now. Also, if you have anything you want to suggest me to take a look at, because we're just kind of scrolling through the internet right now, let me know because I'd love to jump in. Anything and everything that's going on right now, I'd love to check out. Just keeping an eye on RSBN as well, see what's going on live at the Supreme Court. They're doing great over there. Let's see if we can see anything more going on just like on Twitter right now. Everybody is talking about this. Beautiful images being posted right now. It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. Anita says, Chandler man, I love that your parents are pro-life. I'm raising my granddaughter and you give me a sigh of relief just knowing that they are brilliant people like you in charge. Well, I never said that my parents were pro-life, but what I do know is that they did not kill me. So that's a great thing. I'm not meaning to be like in a joking manner about it. It's a very serious topic, but I think that's the best way to say it. Susanna says, I have pictures of fully formed aborted infants with dismembered bodies. It's the most gruesome thing imaginable. Yeah, we've all seen the images before. My question to the people who have seen all these images and still are out there standing in front of the Supreme Court being like, no, we bring abortion back, undoing Roe v. Wade or something like that. Do you have a soul? Do you have one? Because like anybody who has a soul, who has a brain in between their sets of eyes here, would look at that and be like, oh, come on. Listen, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we should be more responsible with how we live our lives and the lives we create because of that. I don't know. Maybe that's just a thought. Maybe that's just a thought. Let me check Jack Posobic's feed real quick as well to see if we... Wow. I cannot search him. There he is. All right, cool. See if he's posted anything more. We just saw this. I think he's going live on something, so he might not post all too much. Let's take another round through the Joe Biden Twitter feeds and see if he's posted anything now that Nancy Pelosi has responded. There you go, Joe Biden. I don't follow him obviously, so I won't know, and I won't follow him even for notifications. I'm not willing to do that. Okay, so we've received some word, some context about the guy who's on top of the tower from the Insider paper. Let's check this out. Man protests the Supreme Court decision on abortion at the top of the Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge. Do we have any more? Okay, so Biden to address nation on Friday after Supreme Court ruling. Oh, he's speaking live at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. If you guys, I'm willing to stream for another hour to catch this, but you guys need to make it worth my while, as I've got other things I need to do today. So I'd really be pushing it back. I mean, make sure. If you guys want me to stay live and cover this live, react to it live, let me know in the comments below. And maybe, just maybe, go to donorbox.org/support-Chandler, because I do have other things I need to do today. I also need to eat. I'm hungry. I have not eaten yet today. So if you guys want to keep me going live to watch this, I'd love to. But I need to see some interest from y'all. So let me know down below. But this is a big thing right here. I wonder if there's actually been anything more about this guy. Let me just look up Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge, because I'm really interested to see if there's like more going on. Okay. Okay, here's another one. Pro-choice protester atop Memorial Douglas Bridge. So yeah, we're starting to get actual news in about this. He's got like some sort of green flare and some long green banner. He's also carrying some flag. How did he get up there? How did he get up there? And this has been going on for an hour? Protesting this. Yeah, this has been going on since 10. Wow. Is he still up there now? Let's see. Let's just click the latest. It's a good thing that Twitter's good for giving us the latest. Yeah, this is just videos. I don't know if any of this is actually current or not. Yeah, but yeah, he's responding. Of course, it's Rainbow. Are they posting anything? Yeah, they haven't posted anything. Oh, hey, I'm at the top of the Frederick Douglass Bridge in Washington, D.C. right now. I want you to know why you aren't in the streets nonviolently shutting down the government day after day. So this is the guy who actually climbed on top of it. This is his Twitter account. Holy crap. Civil resistance to win abortion rights begins now. Your loved one's life and children's futures at stake. Don't fail them now. I can't sit by while my daughter's rights are stripped away. I am calling for 300 fathers to join me in an act of mass civil disobedience to put national attention on the call for Americans to rise nonviolent. Yada, yada. Wow. And he posted a TikTok as well about something else. So this is the guy who is actually on top. I'm sure he's been arrested by now, but wow. Here's the video of him. Hello, did you take this photo? Fox 5 DC and other Fox-affiliated entities would like to use them. I'm from NBC4. Yeah, all the news organizations reaching out, begging for the rights to use the picture. Is this why I'm stuck in traffic? How'd you get up there? Yeah, everybody's asking the good questions here. This is a new bridge and all that stuff, man. Hold on, somebody asked me a question. Susanna says, Chandler, have you had breakfast yet? We need to let you eat. No, I haven't had breakfast yet, but this is big stuff right here. Oh, also speaking of big stuff, we're almost at 100 likes on the stream. Can we just get 2 more likes and get 2 days in a row where we've hit 100 likes on the show? I would really appreciate that. And no, Anita, I have not had breakfast yet. Owen says, probably found the engineer's ladder. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a great one. He probably did find an engineer's ladder or something like that. Everybody's on it. Everybody's on it today. RSBN still live at the Supreme Court building. I want to go through the Roe v. Wade trending and just see who is like seething about this. Speaking as a former fetus, I think this is a very good decision by the Supreme Court, says Dinesh D'Souza. Every heartbeat matters. Me right now watching the libs melt down. I love this one so much. I love the Handmaid's Tale hat. It's a great one. California, Colorado, yada yada. All protect abortion rights by state law. These are the states to access abortion. Now, once again, aiding and abetting the right, quote unquote, to an abortion. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I think soon enough these people are going to straight up break the law. They are going to break the law. Latest. What's the latest right now? People just posting, what the heck? Oh, whatever. Whatever, folks. Whatever. They're always posting some disgusting stuff. Dobbs. Clarence Thomas is trending because he was the majority opinion, who turned 74 on Thursday, the same day his majority opinion in a landmark Second Amendment case, yada yada, is something else. This is now a Clarence Thomas fan page. I gotta hit the like on that one. Dispensing more white pills than Pelosi's pharmacist. Y'all are going crazy. I want to do something special for you guys, and I want to read the actual Supreme Court decision written by Clarence Thomas. So, today at the court, building close to the public, obviously, but now we need to go to, where is it? The opinions. There you go. So opinions of the court and 2021. This is the one that they have posted just now. Once it works, it should be able to see it. Because I was using this site earlier. Well, then I'll just go to SCOTUS blog because they should link directly to it. SCOTUS blog. But I want to read the actual decision for you guys so you guys can hear just how hard this actually was and how hardline Justice Thomas and all the others went about it, because this was really good. So Roe v. Wade and Casey were overturned. I want to go to the Dobbs thing. So I have the Dobbs draft, and then I actually want to read to you guys what was actually posted here. Suddenly struggling to find it. If anybody has like a link that would be helpful, because I was actually on the SCOTUS website, which is where it's supposed to be. Like collapse all, expand all. It's supposed to be like right here. Opinions related to orders. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like, and then it's supposed to be right here. That maybe their site is crashed. A lot of people might be trying to look at it. GU says, Chandler, you're on point. God bless you and have fun and safe vacation. I definitely will. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'll tell you that much. But right now, we've got some work to do, and I want to see the opinions. Let's see here. Just Dobbs' opinion. Let's see. We'll probably get a direct link to it here then. Oh, Home Tech Mom sends $5. Big thank you. Let's see what she says real quick. $5 challenge to stay live today from Roxanne Shante. Oh, okay. All right. Well, here to help pass the time, we've got the actual opinion. So Dobbs, State Health Officer, yada yada. Mississippi's Gestational Age Act provides that, except in a medical emergency or in the case of severe fetal abnormality, a person shall not intentionally or knowingly perform or induce an abortion of an unborn human being if the probable gestational age of the unborn human being has been determined to be greater than 15 weeks. So I don't want to read the entire thing here. Obviously, there's 213 pages of this. But what I want to get to is what Thomas said. So which Thomas? Alito delivered the opinion of the court in which Thomas, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, Barrett joined. Thomas J. Kavanaugh filed concurring opinions. Roberts filed an opinion concurring in the judgment. Breyer, Sotomayor, and Kagan filed a dissenting opinion. So opinions of the court. Thomas, Dobbs. So I want to hear Justice Alito delivered the opinion of the court. Abortion presents a profound moral issue on which Americans hold sharply conflicting views. Some believe fervently that a human person comes into being at conception and that abortion ends at an innocent life. Others feel just as strongly that any regulation of abortion invades a woman's right to control her own body and prevents women from achieving full equality. Still, others in a third group think that abortion should be allowed under some, but not all circumstances. And those within this group hold a variety of views about the particular restrictions. For the first 185 years after the adoption of the Constitution, each state was permitted to address this issue in accordance with the views of its citizens. Then in 73, the court decided Roe v. Wade. Even though the Constitution makes no mention of abortion, the court held that it confers a broad right to obtain one. It did not claim that American law or the common law had ever recognized such a right, and its survey of history ranged from the constitutionally irrelevant to the plainly incorrect. Oof. After cataloging a wealth of other information having no bearing on the meaning of the Constitution, the opinion concluded with a numbered set of rules, much like those that might be found in the statute enacted by a legislature. Under this scheme, each trimester of pregnancy was regulated differently, but the most critical line was drawn at roughly the end of the second trimester, which at the time corresponded to the point at which a fetus was thought to achieve viability, the ability to survive outside the womb. Although the court acknowledged that states had a legitimate interest in protecting potential life, it found that this interest could not justify any restriction on pre-viability abortions. Now, we've read through a little bit of this, but I want to check through and see to you guys what Thomas wrote specifically, because he actually went in and he spoke about some other cases as well, which will write great in the future. So here it is, a little bit of Thomas's opinion. I'm gonna scroll back up, but I used a specific word as well. So what Thomas wrote, I might have to zoom out a little bit to get back up to it. Holy crap, there's a lot here. These people, they serve for life for a good reason. They are very intelligent people, very well read in the law, and they have a lot to say. So I'll go back to the Griswold versus Connecticut. So, nor does the right to obtain an abortion have a sound basis in precedent. Casey relied on cases involving the right to marry a person of a different race, the right to marry while in prison, the right to obtain contraception, and a few others. The right to preside with relatives, the right to make decisions about the education of one's children, the right not to be sterilized without consent, and the right in certain circumstances not to undergo involuntary surgery, forced administration of drugs, other substantially similar procedures. They had a lot of connections throughout all this, and as I'm going to say to you guys many times, I am no expert on all this, and I don't have the time to read through 213 pages to get a full understanding of it, but what you guys need to get from this is Justice Thomas is striking hard. Now here's what Kyle Griffin, who is an executive producer at MSNBC, said. Clarence Thomas writes in a concurring opinion that the Supreme Court should reconsider Griswold, Lawrence, and Obergefell, the rulings that now protect contraception, same-sex marriages, and relationships. Wow. So this is going to hit deep at some other Supreme Court decisions that forced states to make decisions that should be in the hands of the states. It took it out of the hands of the states. So this could be large. People in the chat are going all sorts of ham about it. Susanna Donovan says Thomas, Barrett, Alito, Kavanaugh are all Catholic, as is Roberts. Roberts is a poor Catholic. Susanna says this is the feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Imagine people using abortion like it's not an abomination. They're irresponsible and without a conscience. Anita Jones is right on. I'm going to the donor box now. Don't do an O Biden impression before I come back. Okay, I promise I will hold off on O Biden impressions until then. We've got about 30 minutes until O Biden comes on the stage. So considering Anita Jones is going through and Home Tech Roxanne Shante has already come through with the donations, I will stay live until Biden speaks. After that, I'm gone. I'm getting some lunch. I'm starving. But for y'all, this is a special episode. We'll be gone for 2 weeks, so we're going to hold it down for y'all as long as we can here. I promise you guys. I promise you, we're going to stick it long. Anita Jones says, that was my point. They didn't kill you. Oh, Anita. Okay, thank you. I think Anita might be a little bit behind because she's talking about stuff from before. But Anita, I promise we will stick around for you as long as we can. And once it comes through, I'll read your message out loud. Of course, if you guys are interested in supporting the show, all of the options are available down below, donorbox.org. Also, we support Cash App donations. And if you want to get something out of supporting the show rather than just a blind donation, then I invite you to go over to chandlercrump.com and check out our various merchandise options on our merchandise store. I'm actually wearing some of it right now, not really related to what's happening today, but it says arrest Fauci for killing puppies, which I guess has next to nothing about this, but we have plenty of other shirts about other things like the gas prices. We've talked about this one, but also about saving the puppies, Vax Rebel, Let's Go Brandon, all sorts of things. We might have to publish a new Roe v. Wade shirt now as we save the babies. Save the babies, save the kids. I think I'll brand it after my song, Not Your Life, Not Your Body, Not Your Choice. What do you guys think about that one? I think that's a great idea. I think that is a really great idea. I'm receiving word of something new. Let's see here. Congresswoman AOC has arrived in front of the Supreme Court. Oh goodness, this is great. And also something about inciting violence. Oh no. All right, folks, we've got some live things breaking down right now. Congresswoman AOC has arrived in front of the Supreme Court and is chanting that the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade is illegitimate and calls for people to get into the streets. Uh-oh. We've had people get impeached for less in this country. She might be in trouble. Let's hear it.
Illegitimate! This decision! Illegitimate! This decision! Illegitimate! Into the streets! 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 Into the
So this is happening live right now. I want to see if they're actually covering RSB. It might be on the other side.
Earlier, there was a point he did not think he'd be able to use this speaker system, but the pro-choice side had been using their speaking system.
Yeah, so we've heard a little bit about that. I'm trying to check and see. Let me close out some of my tabs here so I can get a little more focused. If there's actually anything else like AOC live, if there's any, I'll check on YouTube for y'all here. I'll do that in a second. Activistas a favor del derecho del voto por el congresta. Okay, so it's in Spanish talking about AOC being there. That's great for her, I guess. Let's see if we can get live footage of Supreme Court protests live. See if I can get like footage. I'm sure NBC will just show me live like AOC right on the streets. Sounds like her talking. Protesters. Let's see what now this is. Yeah, so they're marching. The pro-life marchers there. Washington Post. Yeah, that's the same. Is it the exact same footage? Let's see what this one has. Yes. Okay, they're talking about nothing there. Yeah, so we don't have any footage of what AOC is doing right now, but hopefully a live stream pops up or something. But wow. Let's check back on Supreme Court.
To monitor the situations here in our nation's capital, as you know, there has been a lot of rhetoric and chat that there would be a night of violence, not only here
a night
in
of
DC,
rage,
but
as
around
they
the
say.
country. So we will continue to monitor all of that, not only here in DC, but across the country, and hopefully be able to share some of that experiences with you. But we're glad you're joining us today. And
yeah, it's big stuff coming out right now. I want to read a few messages from the chat. Hip Thinker says, there are people in jail in DC right now for doing what AOC is doing right now. Yeah, some of them for less. Some of them were literally just walking in a place. Meanwhile, she's chanting in the streets, illegitimate about the Supreme Court. You shouldn't do that. Susanna Donovan says, I live in one of the most liberal cities in the nation. I also have pro-life stickers on my car. Here, let me open my chat window here. The car doesn't work right now, but maybe I should put up my "Don't Tread on Me" sticker. Well, let me open this up so I can see a little bit better. Oh, it's waiting for new messages. Well, it's okay. But yeah, that is good stuff, right? Come on, why don't you connect up? Yeah. Stinky bloody devils move to the hellbound government leader states and head to hell. Yep. Yeah, I hear you. I hear all y'all. I hear all y'all. Used and low. Yeah, I've heard a few people bringing this up. So, one person and other people have said banning abortion is stupid, which I disagree with that part, but they are talking about some sort of medical privacy thing. It set a precedent for medical privacy, so we're gonna have to check a little bit more into that. I think that's correct. I think there was some medical privacy stuff baked into it, but I think there's much more to gain here than there is lost, in all honesty. But I'm sure we'll have to see what other people say and how things sort of stack up. But this could be big. This could be very big. U.S. Supreme Court overturns what we just know. Oh, just hitting here over in Australia. Yeah, I guess they're a little sleepy over there, so it might take them a good minute or so to jump in on that. I read something else. Australia just says, any man can do what he wants to, but it takes a man to do what he ought to do. Be proud, Chandler. You're a good man. Enjoy your break, mate. Thank you. I definitely will, Australia Day. Hopefully I get to go to Australia one day. It's seeing some great things about it. Hopefully it's a great place, although I don't know if I'll ever go without like armed security or something, because like you can't have a gun there, can you? I don't know how dangerous it is out there in the outback. You know, I'm making accusations and allegations. Shout out to my folks who are hitting the like button on the stream as well. 112 likes on the show. Big thank you. I'm getting a phone call here. I gotta mute this. Let me tell them live on the show. Live on show. Okay, great. We've told that. Merrick Garland of the Justice Department has spoken out and says he will use every tool at our disposal to protect reproductive freedom after the high court ruling. Oh gosh, not that again. Not that again. Somebody speaking. Chris Ray and Merrick Garland have done that's something else. Let's see. Has he tweeted that? Has Merrick Garland actually tweeted about that? That's the Attorney General, I believe. Where is his Twitter? Come on. Does he not have a Twitter? I know some of these people just don't have Twitter, but I would think the Attorney General has to, right? Let's just look up Attorney General. Hey, there's only Attorney General of various places. U.S. Attorney General. Yeah, it's just guys. I'm right. And Merrick. Let's just look up his thing on Google. Yeah. So Merrick Garland is the 86th United States Attorney General, and there is not a Twitter. Just justice.gov. Wow. Okay. Thanks, bro. Really sending us back to the Stone Age, aren't you? I don't know. We have 25 minutes until Joe Biden is set to take the stage. I'm gonna even pull it up and see if we can get like a live feed of where he's supposed to be speaking. See if I could just like go to White House. I like watching it directly from there. So there's his remarks that are scheduled. Remarks on the Supreme Court decision. 500 people waiting. Just under 24 minutes out now. See if I can get like a news feed that will directly show you. To address the maternal, what is this? Maternal health crisis. Okay, that's the vice president speaking. See if I can get something. White House. Biden to speak on Supreme Court. That's good. And let's get live. There you go. So coming up at 12:30. Oh, they're just talking about what's going to come up, but they're going to show the other thing. So we'll keep this on as it comes. I'll keep it on this screen as well, so I can keep an eye on it. That should be coming very soon. I might do another lap through and see if some other people have been tweeting. Agarcon says, nothing Joe can say but agree with Obama. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's gonna follow the lead of Obama. I don't know if everybody was still here when we read that a minute ago. Some folks kind of come in and out. But he's been posting fervently this morning. The Supreme Court decision not only reversed nearly 50 years of precedent, yada yada. That's kind of your job as a Supreme Court justice, to reverse precedent, and I don't know what to tell y'all. I really don't. Join with the activists who've been sounding the alarm on abortion access for years and act. Stand with a local protest, volunteer at one of the organizations, knock on doors, yada yada. You hear what they say. People are going brazy in the streets, and it is big. Abortion is healthcare is trending. Yeah, they own Twitter. There's nothing good about this day. If men could get pregnant, you could get an abortion at an ATM. This is from a TV show, isn't it? This was from Veep. Come on now. Pro-life would be regulating this, not this, says whoever this is. Come on, y'all. My body, my choice. Who is this? The Supreme Court just ended a constitutional right to obtain an abortion. Left to each state to decide. This is horrible. Decide someone's own body away. We need to speak out. Your body, your choice. 3,000 likes. Yeah, still nothing from Joe Biden. I don't want to wait till 12:30, man. Give us something now. I really want to flex the Biden impression I have. Yeah. This is Ron Coleman. This is good stuff. This is really good stuff. As a woman in the United States, I hope to one day have as many rights as a gun. Wow. Yeah, here's an ad from Carrie Lake. Yeah, come on, y'all. Oh, the Democratic Socialists of America says, our bodies, our lives, our rights, our democracy. The SCOTUS's overturning of Roe is an obvious act of class warfare that will hurt millions, particularly black people, poor people, and those living in red states. Well, we know that abortion has been against black people and poor people. It was literally within the name. They've been going after it so hard. SCOTUS is now a prime vehicle for the white nationalist right wing. This undemocratic ruling is yet another attempt to erode democracy and our ability to make decisions about our own lives. Our socialist feminist vision includes universal health care with free abortion. A stark contrast to what we have now. We have both the opportunity and responsibility to take part in this fight. Abortion is essential. I want to check in on what's going on the Frederick Douglass Bridge. Let me see if anybody has more stuff about that. Activist Guido is atop of the Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge. He's still up there. What a madman. What an absolute madman. He's got that big banner up there. That's big. Oh, thank you, President Trump is trending as well. Hold on, let's check this out. Yep. As amazing and historic as today is, there's still much more to be done to return this country to God. Thank the Lord for this day, and thank you, President Trump, for making this possible. Let's keep our momentum and push ever forward for him. Roe v. Wade has been overturned. It's finally decided and back to state rights. Thank you, President Trump, for 3 Supreme Court justices. Thank you, Trump. Thank you, Trump. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Trump. Everybody's saying it. Everybody knows it. This is good stuff. Charles Booker says, the Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade. Today is a dark and heartbreaking day in our country's history. Who are you? Running for Senate in New York. Okay, you got it. What a great day for the babies of America. Ooh, right on it. Right on them. Ain't that nice? What are y'all in the comments saying? The man says, do it, Crump. Cynthia says, I'm reading the comments. What about the baby who has the right to live? We don't have the right to kill an innocent life. You have the right to say no to that. Yeah. A man doesn't want to pay child support or father their children is considered a bad person. But a woman who doesn't want to raise a child and kills it is empowerment. What the double standards? We've been talking about it. I know. And I know some people who have been like advocating saying, well, if women can do an abortion, why don't we just give them the right to opt out from responsibility? Which was fair, but I think this is even better. Yeah, so I'm getting texts about trigger states and all the things coming through. People are on it. Shout out to my folks over on Getter and Rumble as well. Y'all are tearing it down. Calaval says, good young man, you are a joy. God bless you. Donald Trump didn't do this. Jesus Christ and prayers overturn this motorist law. Hallelujah. I agree. He put the pieces into place, but this has been an effort for far longer than Trump has been involved in politics and anything like that. It is great. Scott Pressler posting yesterday about the 3 Supreme Court justices. I wonder what he said today. He has been one of the most hard-fighting forces in conservative politics right now. I feel safe and protected from physical violence in response to today's Supreme Court briefing because of yesterday's Second Amendment ruling. There you go. I'm thankful that my mom and dad gave me life. And as of today, Republicans have an advantage in Pinellas County. Yes, there you go. So he's talking about all the electoral stuff, but he's touched at least a little bit on that Roe v. Wade stuff, which is just beautiful. This is just a reminder that every favorable SCOTUS ruling you're about to enjoy is thanks to Trump's commitment to keeping his promises. Thank you, Trump. And that was yesterday. It's getting better and better, folks. It's getting better and better. Email saying, what about victims of rape? Teenagers who don't have the smarts to think about their future. Fetus does not equal baby. What about the baby's life? What about the woman's life? Y'all in the chat, go take care of that. I don't have the time for that. I do have the time for that. In fact, I've got, how long? I've got, 18 minutes until Joe Biden is set to say the exact same thing this guy has just said. But y'all go take care of that. I know. I love encouraging a little bit of debate in the comments. So KGirl9 email. Somebody else. Yeah, Bradley Smith is a fetus, has its own heartbeat, own DNA, separate from the mother. It is a different person. Trust the science. It is not a double standard if the kid doesn't exist in the first place. Problem solved. Yeah, don't create a child. Problem solved. Whatever, friend. Whatever. Thank you, President Trump, for saving our babies. Let's watch this. This is about to be so heartwarming. The baby on stage.
What's your name?
Name.
Name? Or Nate?
Now, he's supposed to look like Donald Trump, but he's actually much too good looking. You are really handsome. Are you having a good time tonight?
Night.
Where's your daddy? And your mommy, right? Do you want to go back? Do you want to go back to them, or do you want to stay with Donald Trump?
I love this clip.
Trump.
He's too good. He's too good. I try my best not to look like some big Trump fanboy, and of course I call out criticism as much as I can on Trump. Trust me, you can watch my shows. I've been hard on him before. But there is never a politician that can do what he just did. It's such a great heartwarming moment right there. T-Bag says, my body, my choice, except for the vaccine. Yeah. Hey, K-Girl, tell me about how you feel about them vaccine mandates, huh? Because if that's an actual body, I've been living for 17 years. They want to force me to get the vaccine. No, thank you. Tell me about that. What about the victims? Yeah, we've read that. Tell me about it. But still. That's great. I want to give a shout out to Anita Jones, who has hit up the donor box. She says, keep on spreading the VOI. I'll catch you later, free thinker. WP Grandma. Big thank you, Anita. She sends $20. I just realized I forgot to be updating my my Hall of Heroes up here. So shout out to Roxanne Shante for sending the $5 earlier. She's technically already been overruled, but I do want to, of course, verbally give her another thank you. And pass the torch along to Anita, who sent 21. So big thank you to Anita J. There you go. All right, Anita J. Big thank you to her and all my other folks in the Hall of Heroes above as well. We do not traffic in nonsense, says Hip Hop Thinker. Shout out to everybody who's also picked up a shirt over on our merch site. I haven't been shouting that up, but we have gotten a good amount of sales. So if you're interested in checking out any of those shirts that we've been talking about, all those options are available down below. Sick and tired of the gas prices? You know how to show it. Just make sure you get that He Did That shirt, which exclusively has the I Did That sticker printed on the shirt. You cannot believe it until you see it. We have a few people in the chat that have actually picked up the shirt as well, like Bingley. I don't know if he's in here today, but he's one of our longtime members, and he is proud to rock the shirt. Comes in all sorts of colors, sizes, 3XL to small. I'm more of a small guy myself, but if you get that 3XL, I'm sure it'll fit perfectly. Gray, blue, purple, all of it available for you guys right now over on our merch site. Link is in the description below. You just go to chandlercrump.com and then hit the site that says merchandise. K-Girl says, no one is forcing you to get a vaccine. Y'all still haven't gotten despite the mandate. That's because y'all weren't forced. You know what? There is a such thing as societal forcing. Not where they don't run up in your house and force vaccinate you, but they restrict you from being able to do anything. And actually, there were some places that were going very hard on this, like we saw in Canada earlier this year, where they were trying to restrict truckers from crossing the border between Canada and America if they were unvaccinated. That's why we had such hard trucker protests. I currently cannot go on a cruise, cannot visit certain countries, which, you know, it's outside of America, so not very important, but on a cruise, which sometimes will stay within America, it will go to maybe the Bahamas, but you're still on that sort of vibe. Can't do it unless I'm vaccinated. So a lot of issues we're seeing there. It's a societal pressure. But thankfully it didn't get as far as that, but it could have. It really could have. And abortion isn't in the same vein as that. It isn't. Bradley Smith says it should say 666. Because I would have put that, but in some places we've already passed that. So that's why it says 999. I guess if you flip it upside down, it says 666 if you want to do it. You can just, like, I got to stitch it out and then restitch it right upside down. Danny Kent says, also, more women should arm themselves so they can level the playing field with attackers. I hear about a potential rapist shot than a woman raped. Exactly. Exactly. Why don't we ever talk about how we can prevent these things from happening instead of a reaction to it happening? I don't know. The White House feed has now popped into something, so it appears Biden will be taking the stage any minute now in the next 15 minutes. I've stretched the stream out just for you guys as a special episode of Crump Live. So if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button. Shout out to my folks over on Getter and Rumble, as well as my folks watching on all my other platforms as well. I really appreciate y'all. We're going long today. We are now at 122 likes on the YouTube, which is absolutely amazing. I hope you guys continue to get us up there. Let's see if we can hit 150. I think we might just be able to. So make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to never miss a beat. Cynthia says, my 16-year-old daughter got pregnant. She told me later that her pregnancy turned her away from harming herself. She says it's hard to be a mom, but she wouldn't change a thing. That is the most beautiful thing, Cynthia. And to your daughter, I hope she's, you know, doing everything she can for that baby. That is that's a beautiful story right there. And I wish we had so many more stories like that, because what people don't realize is that once you have this baby, the maternal instincts come naturally to you, just as naturally as breathing does. It is an autonomic feature of your body in which it's autonomous. You don't control it. It comes to you. And of course, there's some examples where you might not have it for a little while, but it always comes to you as a mother. And yes, even as a father, it comes to you. What these women don't realize is that an abortion literally harms your body, not just in the physical sense from what happens down there, but like even up here, your body is releasing chemicals to enforce you into that motherly intuition and those instincts. And when your baby is already gone because you've dealt with it, that screws with you in the head. It screws with the fathers too, who have created something and have lost it. Imagine that. I don't think they realize it. Hip Hop Thinker says, you could bet money this idiot will say something over emotional and unconstitutional. Yeah, he'll probably say something, and I encourage people to get out there on the streets and go to those Supreme Court justices and give them a world of pain. As Chuck Schumer so eloquently said just a few months back, in fact, or I think it was a couple years back actually, but I want to play for you guys what Chuck Schumer said just not so long ago about Supreme Court justices, telling them to get out there and they're in a world of pain.
Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you if you go forward with these awful decisions.
Hashtag my right, hashtag my decision. Sounds like a whole lot of baloney. It sure does. Somebody's now tweeting, arrest Senator Schumer. I mean, they've already tried to kill Justice Kavanaugh, and I'm sure there are many more attempts that had not been publicized or did not fully get acted upon. But this is some big stuff pushing forward that people are really, really upset about. But I think there's a whole lot more people that are going to be very happy and excited. I'm receiving more word. That's good. That is a good one. Missouri's Attorney General receiving more word about that. People might even begin to protest in Missouri. Missouri becomes the first state to ban abortion. Supreme Court, yada yada, following. Yep, so we've already heard about that. I'm excited to see what state will be the second domino to fall as things get even further along. As governor, I called pro-life special session to achieve the Missouri miracle, making Missouri the safest state in the country for the unborn. Today, the Supreme Court's decision marks the end of abortion in Missouri for good. So this is what he did before. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. You love to see it. I'm pro-life, protect unborn, protect women's health. Remember the unborn. There you go. That is a good chamber right there. People gathering together for life. That is gorgeous. We're now less than 10 minutes out until Joe Biden is scheduled to speak on the recent Supreme Court decisions. Of course, it's coming from the White House feed, so there's going to be people doing hands, hand signaling on the other side. I always find that funny, even if it's very, it's cool, but it's always funny. Shout out, of course, to our Hall of Heroes here as well. I want to see if Trump has actually posted anything yet. Has he? No. Radio silence on Truth. Trump, this is not how you get Truth Social off the ground. You need to get people talking about it. Life finds a way, says Donaldo Trumpo. Texas Attorney General Kim Paxton declares abortion illegal in Texas, designates June 24th as holiday for the Attorney General's office. That might be big. I'll have to check that out in a minute. Laura Loomer says, the day America stood up for life. America needs to remember this day forever. Forget about the race-baiting federal holiday of Juneteenth. Today should be a national holiday instead. Brian Glynn speaks to a sound system engineer who gets emotional after Roe v. Wade is overturned. That's RSBN. Sky-high gas prices. Current generation is undoubtedly screwed. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Abolish SCOTUS. This guy is so... Physiognomy check, please. I don't even want to. Today is a beautiful day for life. Yeah, there's Laura Loomer. She is actually running for Congress in Florida, I believe. So shout out to her. Congrats. Jack Posobiec posting this beautiful... Oh, I'm just realizing what this is. This is actually Jack Posobiec with his son, his baby son. I didn't even notice. But yeah, that's a beautiful image. This is from a few years back. I think this is with his first son, Jack Jr. I think that's the one of his first. It might be a second, but one of his sons. That's beautiful right there. If I had a child, I would definitely be posting like that. Elections have consequences. It's just what Trump posted earlier. Yeah, big stuff coming out. Shout out to Missouri. Shout out to all that. That's really cool. Yeah, Anita. Yeah, we read it out on the show just a minute ago. You're actually on the Hall of Heroes right now. She says donation successful. I really appreciate it, Anita. And also, of course, if you want to pick up our CD here, in fact, I've got it right here for you. If you go and visit our channel About section, you'll see an email, contact@chandlercrump.com, and that's where you can reach out, and we would love to send you one of these for you to have. So make sure you check that out. Also, if you guys are interested, we have another album releasing in just a week on July 1st called Year of the Rebel, in which it includes the song Not Your Choice, which I might have to spin it again, honestly, because, man, we're counting down the minutes until this thing comes along. Oh, gosh, the word inciting is trending. I got to see what this is about. Inciting mob for lawlessness. Really, what is this? That might be something else. I think that's India. Let's see what Drew Hernandez is still live on the feed right here. Does he have more stuff from AOC? All right, no, not yet. Yeah, here we are. Have a sitting congresswoman inciting violence. Yeah, I mean, if we can always say it, we might as well say it. If riots break out across the country, will AOC be held accountable for inciting it? Just asking.
Nope.
Because why would a Democratic congressperson or anything ever receive any consequences for their actions? Speaker Pelosi is inciting insurrection. I demand a June 24th committee. Pelosi on the court. No, I don't respect a process that criminalizes a woman's right to a reproductive freedom. So now we have a huge protest crowd in D.C. with AOC right in the middle of it with a megaphone. Isn't this inciting? This is literally worse than what Trump did. He said, well, I want you to march peacefully. She's saying, I want you on the streets. Out there on the streets. One more time. You guys need to hear this.
Illegitimate! Illegitimate! Into the streets! 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 Illegitimate!
So I'm receiving word that Texas is now actually the second state to totally outlaw abortion. Texas Journal declares. Yeah, so we just read this, but I'll read it again as well, since we're here on Twitter as well. Let's go to Election Wizard, where I was sent this. And he posts, well, where is it? Texas Attorney General Kim Paxton declares that abortion is now illegal in Texas and proclaims it a day of celebration. We were actually just talking about this, but will not condemn violence. Hold on. This is another thing. Mary Margaret. And that should Alohan. So let's check this out. Apparently, AOC is refusing to condemn violence that may or may not take place. Let's check this out.
Will you condemn the violence proposed by pro-abortion groups? Will she not condemn it? Are you not condemning the violence proposed by pro-abortion groups?
Of course, she's only going to do her interview in Spanish with Telemundo.
So I guess no condemnation. Can you not touch me, please?
Just silence. She's got nothing to say.
Congresswoman, will you condemn the violence proposed by pro-abortion groups? Will you condemn the violence?
Senator Manchin said he's deeply disappointed by this decision, and he said he would support legislation to codify Roe, but he did not say anything about the filibuster. What's your message to him?
Codify Roe.
Not supporting changes to the filibuster is not supporting Roe. Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, we're taking your response to mean that you do not condemn the violence proposed by pro-abortion groups.
So she didn't actually comment or respond, so you can't really say that, but this is the woman who handed out flyers on how to riot anonymously and safely during 2020. Protesting safely what to wear, goggles and mask, emergency contacts, written down, tie your hair up, heat-resistant gloves, don't bring cell phone without turning off identification, all that stuff. Wow. So it's more damning what she did back then, but even now, this is still really bad on her. AOC apparently in the crowd, completely surrounded. Yeah, so there's footage of her from around there. Law enforcement lining up in riot gear as well. There you go. So people are out there partying, but the riot police is showing up. I don't know if there's actually any riots happening right now, but I do know that this is getting big. We have 4 minutes now until President Biden is scheduled to take the stage. So I'm going to keep this kind of on close by just in case. He should be coming out in a matter of minutes now. And let's see what the president is going to have to say about all this, because I feel like he might be against it. He might be really for it. Let me see if I can post it out on the stream real quick to get some folks in here, because this is about to be big. Let me see here. In the meantime, I definitely want to give a big shout out and thanks to my people who are hitting the like button. We're at 130 likes now. We're going to be breaking some records. Bradley Smith says, your song, Two Genders, is amazing. You're a pretty cool dude. Hope the best for you. I'll have your 6. Thank you, Bradley. I hope you've checked out some of my other songs as well. And keep listening, because in just a week, we have a new album coming out, which I'm sure is going to knock your socks off just like Two Genders does. And yes, I just said knock your socks off. I'm sorry. I might have to even play it after after Biden speaks for y'all. Let me just post it up. Joe Biden is about to speak on Supreme Court decision. Tune in. So my folks on Telegram, I don't know how many of y'all are actually on my Telegram or not, but that's where I give out live notifications about when I'm live, as well as other things. I'll post it on Twitter too, just in case. I am live on Twitter right now, actually. I should be. So you should still be able to see me. Yeah, I'm still live on Twitter, considering how many people are actually on Twitter, but still. I am live over there, so if you guys want to watch me there, if you guys are watching me there. In heaven today, 63 million children are cheering. Very great. It's beautiful stuff. I can't wait to see how Joe Biden will desecrate such a beautiful occurrence, because I'm sure he will. Let's take another look at what's going on at the Supreme Court.
The way that went, and the total disregard for public and private property, and that.
Look at this dude in the background
again. Oh, if a decision is not reached in what their favor. So there'll be times we're going to let you guys dip in and get a little flavor of everything going on. I'm going to bring in a gentleman here. I just met him a few moments ago, rather. Remind me your first and last name again.
Randall Terry, the founder of Operation Rescue.
Okay, you were telling me that decades ago you were here. You were one of the leaders in the pro-life movement. What does it mean for you today to be here in front of the Supreme Court on a possible reversal?
That's a good one, Danny.
I've been fighting for almost 4 decades, hopefully for this day. And I've been telling people for decades, we will dance on the grave of Roe versus Wade.
So true. Danny Kent says, we'll see if he comes out anytime soon. He may have fallen off another bike and sprained his ankle. That's so true. So very true. Susanna says, look up HIPAA guidelines for healthcare. It's BS on overturning Roe v. Wade would be endangering privacy, pure fiction. Okay, well, there you go, Susanna. Prevailing minds are providing their feedback to all the folks who are saying, yeah, you can't repeal Roe v. Wade because then they'll know everything about our health and all that. Meanwhile, you want to ask my vaccination status, and you want to forbid me from going to college because of it. It's not like I wanted to go to college, but I mean, still, I know some friends of mine who want to go to college, want to get in the military and things of that nature, and are fearful of their ability to do so because they are also just as more fearful of not getting the vaccine. They aren't hesitant. They're like, no, I'm not doing it. I've had friends actually get to the needle of being vaccinated, and they're like, I can't do this. Get up and leave the place. I've had stories of that, and I was like, I'm so happy for you, because I you know, months ago you couldn't really say this, but now you can literally say studies have come out that show you that it is reducing your ability to procreate. It is reducing your sperm count, and it is having other terrible effects, side effects, for a virus that did not have anything anywhere near like it. I don't know. It is now 12:30, and Joe Biden should be coming out any second now. So we are now entering our live reaction of Joe Biden speaking on it. So if you guys don't want to hear this, don't want to hear any commentary, you guys are more than welcome to check out the stream itself. But this is how we do it. So let's check it out. And also let me make sure I got my comments open here as well, so I can see if y'all are saying any juicy bits for me to talk about. But this should be good. He should be coming out any second now. I'm also going to live tweet it as well, so don't worry if you hear me typing or anything. I haven't tweeted in like an hour, so I need to keep it up. Shout out to my folks over on Twitter as well. Also Truth Social and such. I'll post all my stuff over there as well. This is good. That's good. He should be coming out any second now, Biden. We're going to wait. We'll play some waiting music if you're going to take so long. We'll play Two Genders. How about that? Yeah, how about that? We'll do it.
Everyone's gender is different. There are infinitely many genders,
shout out to my folks streaming the album.
No one experiences their gender in the exact same way. That is why I've started the hashtag 76 genders, even though there are probably more like millions of gender.
Before we actually jump in and watch this, because I'm sure he's going to come out probably the second I start trying to watch it, we actually have another video of another elected official fomenting distrust of the Supreme Court. Representative Maxine Waters says, "To hell with the Supreme Court. We will defy them."
Women are going to control their bodies no matter how they try and stop us. To hell with the Supreme Court. We will defy them. Women will be in control of their bodies, and if they think black women are intimidated or afraid, they got another thought coming. Black women will be out in droves.
Out in droves, supposedly. She's turning into the... Oh, no. Yeah, so true. So true. Coming from Maxine Waters. She says to hell with the Supreme Court, guys. I think it's clear these people are clowns. So clowns. I don't know.
I want to take this slow for the people that this may be new to. A lot of people try to tell me that my gender is not real. Got him.
Yeah, Democrats talk, but you know it's a lie. Chromosome gang got X and Y. We angels, they demons, we gotta collide. I know they don't listen, but let me try. There's only two genders, only two chromosomes, only one God to defend us. Only two genders, only two chromosomes, only one God to defend us.
Demonic people out here trying to tell me how there's more than two genders. Tell me where about, all I see is male and female. Everything else is for clout. You think I'ma call you they, them, or maybe a tree? So if you try to spread delusion, confusing the way our kids felt it when I chop it off. Turn their guts and they be victims.
Mad Maxine.
It's a spectrum, I don't see a prism. The kitty form of activism, no more gender narcissism. You ain't got get at your feelings, let the illness take control, never find your way home. They vote in agenda, better tell the Chinese game on. You wanna know just how they play, get the babies on the venom. Home blockers is the limit, kill them and more division, depression, the new addiction, suicide, the only mission. And it's 42%, then your soul will soon descend. LGBTs don't ascend, dragons on the television, save the kids, television.
So I'm starting it very slow. We'll only start with...
Oh gosh, we're gonna take another brief meme break. It's Trump over Iron Man, and I am abortion ban. And as you can see, we've got Kavanaugh, Barrett, Thomas, Alito, and some of the others, Roberts as well, and Gorsuch on here as the five stones responsible. And I think there's one missing, and there's Trump. But yeah, it was 6-3, right? I'm pretty sure it was 6-3. 26 states are expected to ban or severely restrict abortion rights in wake of the Supreme Court's ruling overturning Roe v. Wade. That's big right there. Come on, Biden. Come on out. Talk to us. You're almost 5 minutes late. Almost 5 minutes late. Oh boy, Mr. Boyo13 says, today is a good day. The anarchism is about to crumble. Corey Chambers says, today's Supreme Court was correct in overturning the 1973 decision, which improperly took away states' rights. And also says each state must have its own law that represents local morals and values regarding topics such as abortion. Very true. And I say, we fight as hard as we can in states like California and New York, expecting very little, but fighting for everything we can. Every inch we can take for that mile, we walk it. Because the only way to get from a mile from here is to walk each and every step, each and every inch you can take. And if we can push it back week by week by week of abortion that's legal all the way until it isn't, that's a success right there. That really is. Bradley Smith says, "Do not do it." Joe is getting his blood transfusion, says Alaskan Dream. No, I think they're either popping him the drugs or they're like booting up the Joe program, because he's actually not a human being. He's an AI, just about as accurate as one. We're really still waiting. Let me see if I can find a source that actually has where we can at least see the podium, maybe, for y'all. Let me see if I can find something so I can at least watch him walk out Biden's speech today. Let's just see if we've got that. I think we might be able to get something. Oh, hit live. Thank you. Most sources are focusing on just showing. Okay, there we go. I've got one. That's from the Washington Post, one of my least favorite publications, but it'll have to do. So he's going to be speaking from the hallway. So that's nice. I've actually been in this hallway before. It's very cool. Big thank you to Trump for that one. Oh, it's one of those streams where it's coming out of only the left ear, I think. They have to fix that. Hopefully they will. Roxanne Shante says he is rebooting. Boyle13 says this is a major conservative victory. I hope there are more to come after removing certain traitors. Very true. Oh, somebody's clearing their throat. That's nice. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. I'm just gonna mute the stream for now. Yeah, y'all let me know in the chat what you're thinking about this. Monique Worthy says birthing people will actually give birth now. Yeah, whatever birthing people are. Gosh, it's hilarious. Yeah, if y'all are just getting in here, make sure you smash that like button. Shout out to my folks supporting the show, supporting the stream on all of our different platforms. My folks over on Getter are burning it down. Babato says, incite lawlessness, way to go. Fart Knocker says, so tough day for me. Risk of them kid I don't care about and having to pay for it. This is great news. On the other hand, sometimes, oh my gosh, Fart Knocker, get out of my stream. I can't say any of the things you're saying, brother. You're crazy. Shout out to my folks over on Rumble as well. 9 folks. I love to see it. I do. Come on, Biden, where are you? We're waiting. We're waiting for you. Wilhelm says changing. They're changing his adult diapers. Patience, people. Oh my gosh. Has there ever been a president like this unpopular? Like, people call Trump unpopular, but Trump had a cult base. Biden doesn't really have a cult base like that. He is like a cult base of people that like aren't even fans of his. They're just fans of like left-wing liberalism in general. And whatever Biden may or may not accomplish. Not really about Biden. Trump's base was, of course, about conservative values, and you see they're celebrating so heavy right now. But they also just enjoyed him as a personality. He was funny. And I even know liberals who, like, you know, I like Biden and I like the things he's doing, like, that are in support of Trump. They're like, yeah, no, Trump is hilarious, though. I love the things he did. He had a great personality. He was kind of mean, but I liked that about him. A lot of folks say that. I don't think Biden quite has that strength. I don't know. Corey Chambers says, Pelosi loves abortion, hates babies. Pelosi loves deception, hates the truth. She loves death and destruction, hates life and liberty. So true. Not much more that can be said. He should be approaching the booth any minute now. You're killing me, Joe. You're killing me. Dang. Oh, there you go. Let's go. Might go back to the White House one. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the White House one real quick. There you go. What do you mean we will begin shortly? He's already started talking. Oh, White House. Come on. I swear. There you go. Okay. This should give us a better audio feed. Alright, let's hear it.
Today is it's not hyperbole to suggest a very solemn moment.
Solemn.
Today, the Supreme Court of the United States expressly took away a constitutional right from the American people that it had already recognized. They didn't limit it, they simply took it away. That's never been done to a right so important to so many Americans, but they did it. It's a sad day for the court and for the country. 50 years ago, Roe v. Wade was decided and has been the law of the land since then. This landmark case protected a woman's right to choose, her right to make intensely personal decisions with her doctor,
but make it get pregnant too,
from the interference of politics. It reaffirmed basic principles of equality, that women have the power to control their own destiny, and it reinforced a fundamental right of privacy, a right of each of us to choose how to live our lives. Now, with Roe gone, let's be very clear. The health and life of women in this nation are now at risk. As chairman and ranking member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, As Vice President and now as President of the United States, I've studied this case carefully. I've overseen more Supreme Court confirmations than anyone today, where this case was always discussed. I believe Roe v. Wade was the correct decision as a matter of constitutional law and application of the fundamental right to privacy and liberty in matters of family and personal autonomy. It was a decision on a complex matter that drew a careful balance between a woman's right to choose earlier in her pregnancy and the state's ability to regulate later in her pregnancy. A decision with broad national consensus that most Americans of faith and backgrounds found acceptable, and that have been the law of the land for most of the lifetime of Americans today. And it was a constitutional principle upheld by justices appointed by Democrat and Republican presidents alike. Roe v. Wade was a 7-2 decision, written by a justice appointed by a Republican president, Richard Nixon. In the 5 decades that followed Roe v. Wade, justices appointed by Republican presidents from Eisenhower, Nixon, and Reagan, George W. Bush, were among the justices who voted to uphold the principles set forth in Roe v. Wade. It was 3 justices named by one president, Donald Trump, who were the core of today's decision to upend the scales of justice and eliminate a fundamental right for women in this country. Make no mistake, this decision is a culmination of a deliberate effort over decades to upset the balance of our law. It's a realization of an extreme ideology and a tragic error by the Supreme Court, in my view. The court has done what it has never done before, expressly take away a constitutional right that is so fundamental to so many Americans that had already been recognized. The court's decision to do so will have real and immediate consequences. State laws banning abortion are automatically taking effect today, jeopardizing the health of millions of women, some without exceptions. So extreme that women could be punished for protecting their health. So extreme that women and girls were forced to bear their rapist's child. For the child, a consequence. It just stuns me.
Sure it does.
So extreme that doctors will be criminalized for fulfilling their duty to care. Imagine having a young woman have to carry the child
he's losing.
Of incest as a consequence of incest. No option. Too often the case. The poor women are going to be hit the hardest. It's cruel. In fact, the court laid out state laws criminalizing abortion that go back to the 1800s as rationale. The court literally taking America back 150 years. This is a sad day for the country, in my view. But it doesn't mean the fight's over. Let me be very clear and unambiguous. The only way we can secure a woman's right to choose, and the balance that existed, is for Congress to restore the protections of Roe v. Wade as federal law. No executive action from the president can do that. And if Congress, as it appears, lacks the votes to do that now, voters need to make their voices heard. This fall, we must elect more senators and representatives who will codify women's right to choose into federal law once again. Elect more state leaders to protect this right at the local level. We need to restore the protections of Roe as law of the land. We need to elect officials who will do that. This fall, Roe is on the ballot. Personal freedoms are on the ballot. The right to privacy, liberty, equality, they're all on the ballot. Until then, I will do all of my power to protect a woman's right in states where they will face the consequences of today's decision. While the court's decision cast a dark shadow over a large swath of the land, many states in this country still recognize a woman's right to choose.
Woman.
So, if a woman lives in a state that
What
restricts
is a
abortion,
woman?
the Supreme Court's decision does not prevent her from traveling from her home state to the state that allows it. It does not prevent a doctor in that state from treating her. As the Attorney General has made clear, women must remain free to travel safely to another state to seek care they need. My administration will defend that bedrock right. If any state or local official, high or low, tries to interfere with a woman's exercising her basic right to travel, I will do everything in my power to fight that deeply un-American attack. My administration will also protect a woman's access to medications that are approved by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, like contraception, which is essential for preventative health care. Mifepristone,
They describe being pregnant as a disease.
FDA approved 20 years ago to safely end early pregnancies and is commonly used to treat miscarriages. Some states are saying that they'll try to ban or severely restrict access to these medications. But extremist governors and state legislators are looking to block the mail or search a person's medicine cabinet or control a woman's actions by tracking data on her apps she uses are wrong and extreme and out of touch with the majority of Americans. The American Medical Association, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, wrote to me and Vice President Harris stressing that these laws are not based on evidence and asking us to act to protect access to care. They say by limiting access to these medicines, maternal mortality will climb in America. That's what they say. Today, I'm directing the Department of Health and Human Services to take steps to ensure these critical medications are available to the fullest extent possible. Politicians cannot interfere in the decisions that should be made between a woman and her doctor.
And you ain't black.
And my administration will remain vigilant as the implications of this decision play out. I've warned about how this decision risks the broader right to privacy for everyone.
I got hairy legs.
That's because Roe recognized the fundamental right to privacy that has served as a basis for so many more rights that we've come to take for granted.
Stop the cap.
They're ingrained in the fabric of this country. The right to make the best decisions for your health. The right to use birth control, a married couple in the privacy of their bedroom, for God's sake. The right to marry the person you love.
Nope.
Justice Thomas said as much today. He explicitly called to reconsider the right of marriage equality, the right of couples to make their choices on contraception. This extreme and dangerous path the court is now taking us on. Let me close with 2 points. First, I call on everyone, no matter how deeply they care about this decision, to keep all protests peaceful. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. No intimidation. Violence is never acceptable. Threats and intimidation are not speech. We must stand against violence in any form.
I got a tweet about that.
Regardless of your rationale. Second, I know so many of us are frustrated and disillusioned that the court has taken something away that's so fundamental. I know so many women are now going to face incredibly difficult situations. I hear you. I support you. I stand with you. The consequences and the consensus of the American people, core principles of equality, liberty, dignity, and the stability of the rule of law demand that Roe should not have been overturned. With this decision, the conservative majority of the Supreme Court shows how extreme it is, how far removed they are from the majority of this country. They've made the United States an outlier among developed nations in the world. But this decision must not be the final word. My administration will use all of its appropriate lawful powers, but Congress must act. And with your vote, you can act. You can have the final word. This is not over. Thank you very much. More to say this in weeks to come. Thank you.
Well, there it goes. There it goes. So, biggest message that resonates with me is he calls for peaceful protest, which is great. I hope these people get the memo. Standing on bridges, or let's see here, saying hell to the Supreme Court. Maybe the guy running up on Kavanaugh trying to kill him. I don't know. Maybe AOC.
This decision, illegitimate! This decision, illegitimate!
Might want to start at home, Joe. Just saying. Either way, thank you guys so much for being tuned in to this special episode of Crump Live. As we wrap things up, I want to get 2 more likes on the show. We are at 148 likes, so let's see if we can just get 2 more. 149, one more like. Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to do it. When you hit the like button, let me know in the chat you did it so I can crown you the 150th like of the show. We need it right here on YouTube. 150 likes. Woo! We just did it. Let's go. Here we go. Let me play the... Whoever the 150th like was, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. And while we're being musical, I want to let y'all know that my new album, Year of the Rebel, will be dropping next week on Friday, July 1st, to ring in the month of independence. And it also features my brand new song, Not Your Choice, which is an anti-abortion anthem and was created just right after the memo was released. It was released right after that, right after the memo about the leaked opinion, I should say, was released back in May. And it's been on the rise ever since. So I'm really excited to see how things go. Thank you guys so much for joining us on the show. Andrew the textbook says that might have been me. I don't know. Well, if I think it is, congratulations, man. I know the number doesn't always pop up. January 6th committee, he just incited violence. Yeah, apparently. Even saying march peacefully ain't enough. He's, if you're saying protest, you need to fight for your freedom, fight for your rights. That's, you impeached. I'm sure Joe Biden will be impeached before the end of his term. I'm sure it's going to happen. Now that the phrase and terminology for impeachment has been so cheapened, anybody gets impeached for anything. So a big thank you to everybody. Diane Kent says, gotta waddle out of the room so they could change his diaper. Chow Chandler thinks good show. Dolores Butch Miller says, round of applause. Yeah, round of applause. Today's been a very good day. Oh, big thank you to Lola Tex over on Rumble. Sends $10. Says, keep the great work. Okay, Jill, get the hook. Haha, good job, Chandler. I missed the science class. It's SCB going crazy on Rumble. Shout out to my folks on Getter too. Moonsy, Boba Dobes, all my folks. Shout out to all y'all. Thank you guys so much for being tuned in. As you guys know, next week and a little bit of the week after, I will be on break. So the next time you guys see me will be next Thursday on July 7th. So in between then and now, we will celebrate Independence Day and my album will release. So next time you see me, I will be the proud owner and artist behind 2 albums. So thank you guys so much for your support. We'll be back Thursday after next, July 7th. And aside from all that, Alex next time, free thinkers. Don't forget to spread the virus of intelligence. Peace.
Into the light.